E aí, beleza? Tudo certinho? Você está em Gameatrix Finis, um ótimo domingo para você. E vamos startar a nossa programação de domingo com a live de Starfield. Meu nome é Celso, você está em Gameatrix Finis. Aproveita se você é novo no canal, se inscreve, compartilha, ativa o sininho, faça um comentário bacana e o mais importante, deixe o seu like. Na data de ontem, que foi sábado, a gente iniciou o prólogo aqui do Starfield e a gente fez uma primeira parte da primeira parte. Então hoje nós vamos seguir aí, jogando provavelmente aí mais uns 30 minutos, 40 minutos, vamos ver que bicho que dá daqui pra frente do Starfield. Meus comentários e a minha percepção a respeito do jogo, que é um jogo muito bacana, os gráficos são muito legais, mas que realmente é um jogo pesado. Eu achei que eu conseguiria rodar ele com qualidade bastante aceitável aqui, tipo ultra ou alto acima dos 60 FPS, mas não rolou. Então a gente vai jogar abaixo dos 60, mas com qualidade de imagem muito boa. Beleza? Então é isso, pessoal. Sem maiores, bora para nossa jogatina. Seja muito bem-vindo ao canal, se inscreva, compartilhe, ative o sininho, faça um comentário bacana. Certo? E não se esqueça, deixa o seu like aí, compartilha a parada, isso aí ajuda muito. Beleza? Continuar a partir do último jogo salvo. Let's go. Vamos ver aí o que mais a gente consegue desenvolver nesse game. Se você estiver aí na live e fizer um comentário, tenha um pouquinho de paciência. Na sequência, nos intervalos, eu já vou respondendo, beleza? Vou deixar um bom dia a todos aqui. Então é isso, pessoal, sem maiores, bora dar continuidade. O jogo tá bonitão, mas ele não tá com a margem de FPS que eu gostaria. Vamos só dar uma olhadinha aqui no MC Afterburner. Tô rodando ele abaixo dos 60. Tem horas que vai dar 60, tem hora que não vai. Vamos rodar quase com a configuração porque ela ficou muito boa. Selecione o destino, distrito residencial, distrito comercial, distrito... Tá, vamos onde tá pedindo pra gente ir.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Nós não estamos no Ultra, tá? Estamos... Deixa eu ver aqui. Como é que eu deixei ontem? Entre alto e médio. Com uma boa taxa de resolução de exibição. Vamos ver aqui, vou descer um pouquinho mais. Pra ver se a gente passa a jogar aí próximo aos 60. Só que não, 45 FPS, cara. Joguinho pesado. Acho que não vale nem a pena sacrificar a qualidade para obter mais FPS, porque a gente não vai. Vamos no básico. 40 FPS, velocidade de console, né? Um pouco melhor que console. Bom, deixa eu ver para onde eu tenho que ir. Pra lá. Peguei as manhas ontem. Podemos ir andando devagarzinho. Ou
The
podemos
water
ir
is quite
correndo.
aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
O jogo tá muito bonito, tá fluido, tá rodando liso.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people
Here
to
we
help
are,
guard.
the lodge.
Contact
The
him if you're
front door
interested.
should
We'd all
unlock if you
appreciate
hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation.
Beleza.
They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Bosco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Contra, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But, gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Patrick?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head. So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. I understand. You've been through a lot. Just let me know when. Ready to get out there? Goodbye.
Deixa eu só ver se eu consigo pôr em português. Efeito, passo, música, não. Voz 80%. Interface, opacidade. É isso mesmo, velhinho.
Bye.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters of
Vamos nessa então, tiazinha.
Ready to get out there?
Tudo pronto.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Só um segundo aí, pessoal. Tenho que admitir, tô sentindo empolgação. Minha primeira missão. Acho que vou poder aprender mais sobre a União das Colônias. Outras pessoas têm artefatos.
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. You've done this before, eh? Wise words. We watch each other's backs. We'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. Go ahead. Just don't take too long or my contact's information might go bad.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home.
Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own? We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we? We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. Fine by me. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. Oh, okay then. I'd be happy to carry a few things for you. Bye-bye. It's you and me from here out. Sure, go ahead. So long. My contact is in Vanguard recruiting, so expect a sales pitch when you meet him. You can't get rid of me that easily. We need to talk to John Tuala. Let's finish what we've started before we go our separate ways.
Lá vamos nós com velocidade de Series X, 41 FPS, joguinho pesado, hein?
I hope this water doesn't contain anything harmful.
Sei não, tava meio nocivo aí, né?
United Colonies to the best of your abilities and to uphold values.
Adventure awaits you in the UC Vanguard.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have. Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? Welcome back. Here to finally take your shot at joining the Vanguard? Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Let's finish what we've started before we go our separate ways.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Do you have a death wish or something?
Tô indo onde ele tá mandando ir, né? Onde ele tá liberando pra ir. Bora.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me.
Definir rota, frontier, sistema. Não. Primeiro passo para virar vanguarda é me registrar nos terminais da Câmara. Atividades, constelação, velha vizinhança. Definir rota.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are clear to land in Sidonia.
pausei. Vou falar com o tal do Mohamed. Não sei porquê, mas acho que eu não tô no lugar certo não. Faltou alguma coisa aqui. Tá mandando eu fazer tudo de volta. Então vamos lá. Pulei essa etapa aí, cara. Acho que eu tinha que ter me alistado, será? Vamos ver aqui de novo. Missões. Fale com o representante. Confira. Velha vizinhança. Converse com o contato Sara. Pergunte sobre Moara em Sidônia. Então tava certo, velho, tudo. Ele está, né?
You'll be scanned as you enter the city.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances. I've flown across most of the settled systems and all manners of spacecraft. I still get sick.
O jogo tem um ritmo que indica pouco, eu acho que você tem que fazer. Deixa você meio...
People there tend to be concise.
Meio confuso, rapaz. Beleza.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
Humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Beleza, vambora.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus proclamation has always left me torn. So arose as a result. Was it worth it? Wonder where this will all lead. Bye.
Try not to disturb the other patrons, okay?
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, None was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colony's ultimate interest in staying
Aproveita, se você estiver chegando no canal agora, ainda não for inscrito, primeiramente seja muito bem-vindo, aproveita aí, deixa o seu like, compartilha, ativa o sininho, faz um comentário bacana. Você está em Gamenatrix Finis, meu nome é Celso, esse jogo que você está observando agora é o Starfield. Óbvio, né, você deu uma olhadinha aí no comentário antes de entrar, fica à vontade para comentar o que você quiser aí no chat, seja muito bem-vindo.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun. The word and we'll get...
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active. 3. Your target's active.
Caramba.
Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Caraca, difícil isso aqui, hein, mano. Vamos ver se eu... mas tá indicando pra eu... reiniciar o nível atual. Não tem jeito, tá mandando eu vir daqui.
Reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
seguinte, pessoal, eu vou encerrar essa live de Starfield. Essa parada vai ficar para a próxima vez que eu estiver jogando aqui esse game, beleza? Eu agradeço para quem assistiu até essa parte, agradeço para quem deu uma passada aí, deixou o seu like. A gente se vê numa próxima live aí de Starfield ao longo da semana, tá certo? Muito obrigado, você esteve no Gamenatrix Finis, meu nome é Celso. Logo mais a gente tem live de DBD aí, Dead by Daylight, beleza? Vai acompanhando aí o canal que você vai ver mais coisas sobre Starfield, beleza? Forte abraço.